What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be doing another tier list in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. So lads, this is going to be the power forward tier list, and in my opinion the power forward position is kind of weak. It is kind of weak. Like, the point guard position is out by far number one. There's a few good power forwards, but man, there's a lot of poor ones. There is an awful lot of poor ones right here. So a lot of the time you will be seeing guys running small forwards at that power forward position. You tend to see a lot of Paul Georges, Richard Jeffersons, Kevin Durant's in that kind of position. But at the end of the day, we gotta just go based on primaries, because we gotta at least be consistent with this. Prior to this batch of cards, I'd always rated them based on how the cards came, but like adding badges just changes up cards so much. So in my opinion anyway, you gotta rate them a little bit based on how they are like default, and a little bit about how they are with their badges as well. So anyway, this position is quite weak, so there's going to be a lot of players in higher tiers that you probably wouldn't think should be there, but I'm going to have to put them somewhere. Then first of all, we've got AC Green. AC Green, he's got clamps. He does nothing else. He cannot play offense. You know what? I'm going to have to put him into C. I don't like him. I don't think he's good, but I'm going to have to put him into C tier just because of the rest of the remaining cards. The remaining 36 cards, as far as I know, are a lot of them are quite weak. Then we've got Al Horford, worthless. You know, it's bad when he's in like my top 37 small power forwards. Like, I'm pretty sure last year, I know it was the end of the year, but did we not have like 50 something Opal power forwards? It was crazy. But then we've got Anthony Davis. Davis is going B. Can't shoot the ball very well. He really can't shoot the ball well. Is he a great defensive card? He's okay. He's moderately fast. At this stage in the game, I don't think he brings anything though. Antonio McDyess. I mean, I don't like Antonio McDyess whatsoever. I think he's awful. Have I used him much? Nope. I've used him in like 2 games. I hate him. I hate him so much. So he's going into C tier. I think realistically the diamond tier is one of the weakest tiers of all in terms of token awards. Like, at least the Ruby, you've got Reggie Williams. Amethyst, you got World Be Free. You've got Campy Russell. You've got, what's his name? The center, Sam Perkins. You got those guys at least on the Amethyst tier, but like, and in the Busher as well. Diamond tier, you've got Horford and Fat Lever, and neither of them are spectacular. But Antonio McDaniels is not one of them. He is definitely not one of them. Bailey Howell. Okay, this is a tough one. It's like, do I put Bailey Howell in A or do I put him in S tier? I'm going to put him in S because, man, Bailey Howell is nice. He is nice. He came in the back-to-back pack, so he came out quite early. And he's got an unbelievable release. His release is absolutely fantastic. Like, again, he's got that Trey Burke release, so it's the same as DeRozan, same as T-Mac, same as Brandon Roy. Not quite the shooter of those guys, but he's open from the corners. It's auto greens. It is auto greens. One of the best releases in the game. He's going up in S tier. And we got Billy. I mean, Billy doesn't do anything. Does Billy play offense? No. Does Billy play defense? No. Does he shoot? No. He's a 6'6" dunking power forward. He's literally like a slightly better version of the Sapphire Zion. Not even kidding. He's a slightly better Sapphire Zion. That's what you're getting out of Billy Cunningham. Then he might go up a tier though, because he is the best of these three. Then we got Diao. This is another tough one. Like, do I put Diao in S or do I put him in A? You know what? For me, he's top 5. Diao's going S tier. You can definitely argue Diao in a tier lower, but I think you can also argue Diao to be better than Bailey Howell because Diao got that Pro 3 behind the back. Diao is like, basically, if you liked Nick Batum's animations from 2K20, they're the exact same. He's got Nick Batum's release, Nick Batum's through the legs, Nick Batum's behind the back. He is literally just Nick Batum for 2K20, except he's got a wider player build and is 1 inch smaller. And he's a power forward, not a 2 guard. So, yeah. Or was Nick Batum was 6'9", wasn't he? Or isn't he? I think he's 6'9". Either way, though, doesn't really matter. Boris Diaw, S tier, but kind of borderline S and A. Then we've got Scalabrine, who's A tier. I'm sorry, Brian Scalabrine is A tier in this game, especially for a power forward, which is a weak position. If he was a small forward, I wouldn't put him A tier. If he was a center, I wouldn't put him A tier. But he's got a really nice 3-ball, really nice release, and bronze clamps. Is he as fast as Anthony Davis? Is he going to protect the rim as well? No. But is he going to play offense in any way? And can you paint sit on Brian Scalabrine? You can't. So for that reason, Brian Scalabrine has now gone into A tier. I never thought I'd see today where an early Brian Scalabrine was going into A tier. Then we got Leitner. Leitner sucks. Leitner absolutely sucks. He's like unbelievably slow. He's got a pretty okay jump shot, but I don't think he can even shoot from the corners, but he's just unbelievably slow and doesn't really have any great badges. But now we got Chris Webber. He's borderline as well. I don't like Chris Webber, so if you want to put Chris Webber in S tier, and I think it was Ty had Chris Webber in his top 10 cards overall in the game. I know there are guys that are really good at Webber, so I'm going to say this right now, that if you want to put Webber in S, I will not argue that. I know for a fact there's going to be a bunch of people in the comments who just go to the end of these videos. They're going to be complaining about Chris Webber down a tier. I just have never either used Chris Webber and been good with him. I have him. I don't use him. I've never either used Chris Webber and been good with him, nor have I ever seen someone against me use Chris Webber and succeed. Actually, I should probably use Chris Webber at center. That would be a very good decision because I don't like Porzingis. But yeah, I've never either had him destroy me or been destroyed by him. Destroyed somebody with him. So I'm gonna put him in A, but again, he is one definitely that you can argue to be up here. And we've got Cliff Robinson, D. He just doesn't do anything. Danilo Gallinari, better than Horford because he can hit wide open, but he's D. Dave DeBusschere. Dave DeBusschere is like on the level almost of these guys right here. He is almost on the level. He's just like a slightly worse version of a Bailey Howell or a Boris Diaw. Better on defense because he got gold clamps, but I think just release-wise, his 3-point is that little bit low rating. He is, in my opinion, DeBusschere, especially at the power forward position, DeBusschere over Chris Webber. But nah, like I think these two guys are that little bit better, but DeBusschere is really good. Dennis Rodman, B. Can't shoot it, good rebounder, is fast. Can't really shoot it, can't create his own shot on defense or on offense. Can't dribble, so he's going there. Derek Favors gets down to worthless. You can't even hit a jump shot. Danielle Marshall, he's a sniper. He will hit shots. He is going C tier. He doesn't really play any defense at all. Nah, he's going B. He's going B. He's better than these guys. Then we have got Draymond Green. So Draymond Green right here, the most obvious S tier inclusion. The best power forward in this game, and I don't think it's particularly close. Draymond is scary good in this game. Like, his jumper is ridiculous. One of the easiest jumpers to green in the game. He gets range extender. He gets quick first step. Draymond is ridiculous, lads. He is one of my favorite cards in this game, if not my favorite. Like, he is my secondary option on offense. If I can't get to the basket with my point guard, I give the ball to Draymond, call 5 out with a bunch of range extender players around them, and just blow by the other team center because I have quick first step in my own. Draymond Green is in the top 3 or 4 cards in this game, no doubt about it. I don't think anyone can really argue that. Then we've got Drew Gooden. Drew Gooden, I mean, he can hit mid-ranges, so he's slightly better than these two guys at the bottom, but he's still bad. Giannis. Giannis is going A. He just can't shoot the ball well enough. Defensively, he's elite. He is absolutely elite defensively. And if you want to make the point that Giannis is better than certain other cards, you know what? I can't really argue too much. But for me, Giannis does not shoot the ball well enough to be in S tier. Like, you cannot put him top tier because you can paint it on him. Like, for me, Giannis is not as good as DeBusschere or Chris Webber. Maybe Chris Webber, but he's not as good as DeBusschere. And for my playstyle, give me Scalabrine over Giannis. Although Giannis' defense is top tier. If the other Giannis was a power forward and he could play center, so like if the other Giannis was a power forward / center instead of small forward / power forward, that other Giannis would be absolute god tier. But This Giannis right here, probably best to be on a center. It's just too not good at shooting to get away with on offense, but his defense is fantastic. So he's still top 2 tiers, but not top tier. Horace Grant, worthless. Oh man, he's awful. He is absolutely awful. Hot Rod, awful. Jaren Jackson, you know what? He can hit a wide open 3. There's not that much good left on this list. Hence why I said, you know what? This is a really bad position. I think these bottom 2 tiers are just horrendous. Tatum, you know what? I'm putting Tatum B. I think Tatum is a competent shooter. I think he can hit wide open shots, and he's got bronze clamps. And that's enough to make B tier on the power forwards list. That's crazy. And we've got the not very good Jermaine O'Neal. But you know what? He's still a pink diamond, so it's hard not to put him B tier compared to how horrendously bad the rest of these cards are. Like Billy Cunningham, you're going up. I don't like you, but you're going up. Karl Malone, C tier, can play in the post. Is not going to do anything else. Man, we're having a bad... This is a bad way to finish this entire video, isn't it? Like, on some of the worst cards I have used. Kenyon Martin. I have only used Prevo Kenyon Martin, and I'd have him in C, but people are telling me he's good when he's Evo'd, so I'll just move him up 1 tier, because realistically, he can't be that much worse than Jermaine O'Neal. People are telling me he is good when he's Evo'd. Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett is... You know what? He can play defense a little bit, but he's D. He can't play offense. He is just another one of those not great cards. He's definitely the worst of the starter cards. Okay, Myers Leonard. I put him my board on Danielle Marshall level, like. I really do. He's better than Leitner. Myers Leonard's gonna be. Is Myers Leonard that good? No. He's not. Myers Leonard is not that good in this game, but my god, this is a bad position. Myers Leonard is not that good, but he's gonna be tier. Just like this guy right here. I think I gotta put Luis Scola in A tier. Luis Scola is bad. Like, Luis Scola does nothing. He doesn't play defense. He's pretty okay in the post, actually. Does not play defense, doesn't shoot. And I gotta put him in A tier. Oh, wow. This is a horrendous position. Nene. Go into D tier. Pascal. Go into C. You know what? Pascal's got good length, so I'm going to put him in C tier. Richard, you are a sniper, but you do nothing else. Get into B tier. Sekou Doumbouya, get into C tier. You've got good length. I'm just trying to find reasons to put people in what positions. Like, Zion, get into C tier. Zion is like a worse Billy Cunningham. Zion has... It's a weird... His 3-point rating is 70, but it feels like it's like 95. I remember him in the... He's like the one card I'm seeing at the end of these lists being like, you know what? He's actually an interesting card. When they had the limited weekend where you had to use less than 73-point shooters, Zion just greened everything for me. Zion, Kawhi, Mo Cheeks, and... I'm trying to think who else was good. I can't even remember. I cannot even remember who I used to use, but there was 4 or 5 guys on that team where he's just green every shot with, and Zion was one of them. Battier. Battier can score when he's wide open, so he's not going worthless, but he's D. Tom Sanders is worthless. I miss the days. I miss the days when he was the best card in the game. Not best card, best defensive card in the game. He was the clamp god for all of 2K14. He was the clamp god for the start of 2K15. I remember the days of the 1-3-1 zone, or putting Tom Sanders at the top of that zone, and then pressing up high with Tom Sanders basically meant no one could go by him, and it took teams out of their offense. Tom Sanders has not been useful in years, though. And in Zion, or Randolph is worse Karl Malone, so Randolph... yeah, Randolph, you're going D tier, you're not very good. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. This position's bad. Let me just say that much. This position is bad. But there are a few good cards. Like, don't get me wrong. Take him out of this tier, and these 7 are really good. I think the... Let me move up. To be honest, if this was me, I'd be moving the Busher up. But I'm going to keep the Busher down here because I can't objectively say he's better than Giannis. But I also do think Luis Scola is a significant upgrade in all of those in B tier. It's hard. Jermaine O'Neal's a weird one because stats-wise he should be really good. He's actually got a good 3-ball, just good overall stats. I've just used him a few times and I hate him. I don't know why I hate Jermaine O'Neal because he should be good. Like, of all the cards in the lower tiers that should be good, Jermaine O'Neal should be good. He just is not for me. But yeah, I do think Bailey, Boris, and Draymond are that class above, in my opinion. They're the 3 guys that I use in my main squad. I might end up using Chris Webber in my main squad, trying him out again. But like I sold my Giannis, I don't use the Busher anymore. I have Luis Scola sitting in the end of my collection. Same with Brian Scalabrine. So those 3 guys that are in my main squad are going to be in the S tier for me. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. That is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.